And opinions expressed by the On the Spot with David Rodgers show are solely based on the show's host, guests, and viewers. We are solely responsible for all show content in its entirety and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of any sponsors in any way. These broadcasts are presented and made public by the On the Spot with David Rodgers team in the hope that it will be entertaining and informative to our viewers and listening audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's 7 o'clock and time for On the Spot with David Rodgers. And now, here he is, Mr. Friday Night, the show pony himself, the man, the dream, the legendary David Rodgers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I am the show pony himself, David Rodgers, alongside the Byron Bagwell and Mr. Michael Heater, better known as Funtastic. Great to have you along. Tonight's show is sponsored by Miracle Automotive and Towing. When you need automotive help, don't pray for a miracle, Byron. Call Miracle. Right. And by the Fantastic Fire Brigade. You can have a real fire truck come to your next event or let our Jambulance rock your party. Call 904-701-FIRE or visit fantasticfire.com. Let's get the show started as we always do with our prayer, our pledge, and our patriotic quote of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody that's tuning in, please bow your head. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us once thank again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we can get together with the Brotherhood, dear Lord, the DOR, the new high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth, dear Lord, as we bring our information to all of our viewers, dear Lord, and let our viewers disseminate everything that is being said by us. Thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, the United States of America, the most powerful nation, the most freest nation in the world today, dear Lord. Keep your hand over us, dear Lord, as we got our own issues and our own problems, but with your healing hand and your touching hand, we can get through all these issues. Also, thank you for the greatest armed forces in the world today, dear Lord, our men and women that serve for our country each and every day. Keep a hedge of protection over them, dear Lord, as they're out there fighting for our rights, our freedoms, against domestic and international terrorism and any other invasions or any other things, dear Lord, that is harmful to our country. Thank you for our first responders, each and every one of those young men and women, dear Lord, that give their life each and every day so we can feel safe on the home front and knowing if we're in trouble and need help that they will be there to help us, dear Lord. Thank you for the frontline workers, dear Lord, all our truck drivers, all our farmers, everybody that makes America continuing to grow, dear Lord, that you put your hand over them and keep them blessed each and every day. Any spoken or unspoken prayer requests, dear Lord, please touch each and every one of them. You're the ultimate healer. You're the ultimate comforter, dear Lord. Touch each and every one of them. Again, thank you for a great week, dear Lord. Thank you for this show. Thank you for today. We ask for all these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ. And the congregation says, Amen. Amen. Let us stand for our pledge. I'm going to ask Mr. Byron Bagwell to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in On the Spot with David Rodgers. I am your host, David Rodgers, right alongside the Byron Bagwell, filling in for Mr. Mitchell Gunner, which has his own show. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Is our director, Mr. Michael Heater. In the back there, you can't see his beautiful face, but it is our producer, Dave Holland. Dave, say hello, Dave.
Thank you, everybody. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're here as well, David. We thought you may have to have some surgery, but we'll talk about that a little bit later since that has been pushed back as well. We've got some great guests tonight joining us. Last week we had Coach Jamie Rodgers, we had Kurt Miracle, and we had our very own Sheriff Gordon Smith join us talking tornado football, talking the Tornado Touchdown Club. That's right. And tonight, one of our state weightlifting champions is here with us in house tonight with her coach. We would have had two, but I'm going to let the coach explain what happened to her. But we have one of those young ladies with us tonight, and they are on their way to the World Championships, Byron,
Yeah.
in Istanbul, Turkey. How about that, of all places?
Constantinople?
Yes, that's exactly right, if you want to call it that. Absolutely. So they're on very nice, Byron.
Did you like
Yeah,
that?
I like that. I did like that. Maybe our audience did too. But anyway,
Maybe
they're gonna maybe I'm wrong. I know what you just said. But anyway, hey, we can give it another name too. You know the other name?
I'm not going to
Byzantine.
Byzantine.
Yes.
Byzantine.
Yes.
That's actually
The Byzantine Empire.
Empire. Yes.
yes, and
So,
well, that's
and we can explain that later.
That can get really
Yeah, that can get really
in
confusing.
depth.
So, but anyway, I'm glad that you could be here. Byron, do you have a patriotic
I
quote?
most certainly do
Well,
have
come
a patriotic
on
quote.
with it.
The several states composing the United States of America are not entitled on a principle of unlimited submission to their general government. The several states composing of the United States. Give me just 1 second.
Okay.
This phone just went nuts.
Oh,
The several states composing the United States of America are not united, not entitled, not united on a principle of unlimited submission to their general government.
man, that sounds. Yeah, for you. That sounds like a founding father.
Maybe.
I'm going to say John Jay.
You're going to say John Jay.
That would be a good guess.
Yeah. Dave?
That was wrote back in 1775 before, and it was brought out in a legal term, and I think John Adams put that out.
Do you,
Adams.
do you think you like John Adams?
That's
on
another
that one?
good one.
Well, let me ask something. Was you back there with him when he wrote that?
I was obscured in the
okay.
by the wall. You can see the top of my head.
All right. I like my favorite guy, your favorite guy. I'm going with Thomas Jefferson.
Wow.
Let's see if anybody else here.
Let's see if we've got some guesses because
Dwight
that is
Allen says Mr. Jefferson. Mitchell
Not
Gunner
common.
says Lincoln.
not a common one.
That's a good
So,
guess.
Jefferson.
Not that
But,
is not
okay,
a
so
common
you
quote.
just gave it away. Okay.
It is Thomas Jefferson.
Hey, I win one. Yes. I'm on a roll.
It had to have happened after 1778
Hey, yeah.
because he was not here for the Constitutional Convention. He was in
like-
Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Hey, did
throwing me under the bus.
you like, see, Dave was back there with him. Now you're giving away dates. Sounded good.
I'm sorry.
Sounded
It
good.
was that ale I was drinking.
Yeah,
it,
that's
was
what it
the,
was.
it was the ale.
It was,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
the Samuel Adams.
Yeah, it was a Samuel. Samuel
Oh,
Adams
Lord have mercy.
at Jefferson's bar.
Jefferson is a,
No, that was not Jefferson's bar.
Yeah.
That was Franklin's bar.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
Franklin's bar.
And actually, that was
Yeah.
that wasn't in Philadelphia. That was in Boston,
Boston.
Where everybody knows your name. Anyway,
That's right.
moving on.
All right.
Oh, boo.
Hey, don't go anywhere, guys, because here comes the round table.
Hey Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida at David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
This is the round table. We go around the region, around the table with the latest news and notes. Brought to you by Harry Business in the Deerfoot Plaza, home of the $10 haircut. Call Dave and Company at 904-964-3338. Open Monday through Saturdays 9 to 5. Closed on Sundays because Dave likes to ride his motorcycle. And I don't blame him because the weather has been beautiful. There you go. We begin in Alachua County where 2 people were rescued with the jaws of life and taken to the hospital after a crash on State Road 45 near the town of Archer around 4:45 this morning. The 2 were trapped in their pickup truck that flipped over after colliding with another vehicle.
On the Spot with David Rodgers congratulates the Northeast Florida FFA chapters that received the National Chapter Award and the Premier Chapter Award during the Florida FFA Convention in Orlando. Yep. Earning the award were Baker County, Bradford, Lake Asbury Middle School, Middleburg, Keystone Heights, and Santa Fe.
Nice, very nice job.
Yeah. Hey, Florida Cracker Kitchen at the intersection of State Road 100 and County Road 21B is closing for a short time while they rebrand the restaurant. The business opened in June of 2018 after taking over the location from Tom's High on the Hog Barbecue. It will now be called Orange Blossoms and will be serving evening meals, which is something they couldn't do under the previous management.
How about that? The Marion County Commission has agreed to swimming at Silver Springs State Park. Swimming in the spring stopped around 1968. The Wild Waters Park was built in 1978 to fill the gap, but was closed in 2016 after management changes. In July 2019, Byron, $1.5 million in appropriations was awarded to the project, and county is moving forward on the project.
That's right.
Wow.
It's you.
Great.
You, B?
Yeah.
That's you.
Watch out for the monkeys.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
indeed.
you.
Sure.
The Bradford County School District held a job fair that just wrapped up to fill up open positions. The event was from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. in Bradford High School Gymnasium. But anyone who is interested in employment opportunities can contact the school district or check out the BCSD webpage for details.
There you go.
There you go.
Good grief.
The 54th annual Our Country Day celebration in Keystone Heights kicks off Saturday with the theme of One Nation. Now, events include a 5K freedom run at 8 o'clock, followed by the annual baby crawl at 9 a.m. The parade will start at 11 a.m., featuring some really good-looking fire engines, and we'll just leave it at that. It'll be going through downtown Keystone with live music beginning at Keystone Beach at 5 o'clock and fireworks display set to go off at 9:30.
Finally, a reminder that Splash Bash is this Sunday. Come out to David Hurst Stadium on Sunday, July 3rd, as the football stadium is converted into the biggest water park in North Florida, including water slides, a giant foam bubble play area, and a fire truck spraying water from the tip and the top of that ladder.
That's right.
It all kicks off with a golf cart and side-by-side parade at 4 p.m. traveling from near Winn-Dixie to the stadium, and features a classic car cruise-in held by our very own Mitchell Gunner, a cornhole tournament, and more, ending with a concert and fireworks. And speaking of the parade, we have breaking news, guys. Your very own representative, Miss Kat Kamek, will be in that parade.
Yay!
That's right.
Now, here's your weather forecast from Austin Stevens Weather Service.
This weather report brought to you by Austin's Weather Service out of Keystone Heights. Find Austin's Weather Service on Facebook and have a detailed local forecast sent right to you.
So Austin reached out to me a little bit ago. He was running late, so he asked me to step in, and I'm happy to do so. Basically, what we've got is more hot weather, but not nearly as hot as it's been. But before we get started, I want to talk about the tropics. You'll see down at the bottom of your screen, that's potential tropical cyclone number 2. It is expected to continue traveling to the west, having no impact on the United States. Will, though, affect Honduras and Guatemala over the next 72 to 96 hours, bringing them some rain, potential for landslides, you know, the usual thing that happens when you get storms that move across the Central American coastline. The pollen, though, there's the good news. Check out these numbers. We're talking about
so horrible.
Tomorrow dropping off really bad, then Thursday picking up a little bit, and then Friday, Saturday dropping off again. David, you bring up a good point. Why are you feeling so awful? Well, believe it or not, even though the pollen numbers are low, the grass pollen has continued to be there, and since somebody I know does a lot of lawn care, that's where it's cooking into play. So oak, pine, not a problem this time of year. The grass pollen is the issue, and that's the reason why you're feeling more than most of the other people.
There you go, B. Your grass was just cut.
And that's exactly the reason why that would be it here. Around the region, though, basically the frontal boundary stretching from Pascagoula, Mississippi through Atlanta up towards Charlotte is going to bring a chance of showers and thunderstorms across the southeastern United States. Temperatures are going to be moderating right around the 90-degree mark. Here in Florida, warm, but not as hot as it's been. We're looking at highs in the lower 90s for Stark and Orlando. A little bit cool in Tallahassee due to the cloud cover. And, of course, locally for us for the next 3 days, it's just like we said. Partly cloudy skies on Wednesday, giving us afternoon showers and storms on Thursday, and scattered showers and storms on Friday. Look for highs topping out between 90 and 92 degrees. Your lows, again, in the lower 70s. The best chance of rain is going to be kicking in, and that's giving us a bit of a respite.
The heat index, real quick so you can see it, 99 degrees out west, 97 in Tampa, as well as over there towards Mobile, Alabama. These are the hot spots in the country, but again, nothing in the triple digits. That's a good bit of good news for us. And you can expect those to remain because as that cloud cover builds in the afternoon, we should see a decrease in the amount of the overall heat that we've been dealing with. Unfortunately, though, that does mean a return of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, which in turn means a return of the mosquitoes.
Oh, boy.
So make sure you plan for that accordingly.
Florida.
Yeah, it is like that. Basically, that's the weather in a nutshell, David. We're throwing it back to you.
I appreciate that weather report, Michael. And, of course, we'll have that again for you toward the end of the show. I want to thank Austin and his weather staff and his weather team for giving us that weather report. And thanks, Michael, for doing it. Yeah, so, again, always, what do we have each and every week? We have trivia. Mm-hmm. So we have trivia at Fun Point on Wednesday nights and trivia at the Downtown Grill on Thursday nights. So you can catch 2 nights of trivia. So Dave Holland, let's get ready to prepare for that trivia answer. Again, trivia on Wednesday night at Fun Point. Michael Heater is your host there. Mm-hmm. He starts at 7 sharp, 7 straight up over there at Fun Point. Mm-hmm. Real quick, what'd you have last week? How many?
Last week we had a slow. We only had 5 teams.
Only 5 teams, but again, we talked about the summer.
We did
talk about the summer. We actually didn't do too bad. We had 8, so that's not too bad. It flip flops back and forth, so 8's not bad. So anyway, so go visit Michael on Wednesday nights. Mm-hmm. You come see me on Thursday nights. We start at 7:30 at the Downtown Grill. I'm about to say that 4 times. The Downtown Grill in beautiful Start, Florida. And we, as Mike does, what's the date? I have a little thing where you can grab a bunch of points. It's called And the Answer Is. Yep. And David, Thursday night's answer is word freedom. I wonder why I chose that. You don't know.
Could be
an upcoming holiday. Yeah, probably. Could be. Yeah. So absolutely. So anyway, that's your word for Thursday night. Go visit Michael on Wednesday night, and again, hey, have fun at trivia. Like I said, it's very expensive to go really anywhere, so you might as well do something local here where you don't have to use as much gas and all that stuff. So,
and I will say very briefly for those of you that are watching, and I know. Let's Go Brandon, that team, they watch us like that one.
Yeah.
You guys will get your little tidbit here in just a moment here. I will tell you, for anyone that's watching that's coming to Wednesday Night Trivia.
It's got something to do with that.
There's a little flag up here in the corner. We're all about patriotism and the United States of America. That's our theme for this Wednesday night's Trivia at Fun Point.
Right.
We're going to be celebrating the 4th of July early with a little bit of patriotism at all. If you get a chance, remember, our theme is on this date, so make sure that you study for it, get ready for it. We're going to have a great time Wednesday night, just like you would on Thursday nights.
Absolutely. And he brought up a good idea. I may have a couple of those in there as well, so there you go. Speaking of freedom, there's part of it.
That's it.
So anyway, Michael.
You're trying to lob me softballs.
Lob me softballs. Sure. There you go. Michael, and Byron and Dave, we have a very special young man that works with us each and every day, Dave. He does a great job with the weather. You just heard us talk about him, Austin Stevens. Mm-hmm. And he does a great job downloading this particular show onto YouTube each and every week. That takes a lot of time, a lot of really just wanting to do it, and it takes a lot of internet. We appreciate what Austin Stevens does. If y'all don't know Austin is legally by the term blind, but he does a great job on everything that he does. And unfortunately, a couple of months ago, his daddy passed away. And we've known Donald. Donald's sitting right here where Coach Brian Griffiths is sitting right now, which is going to be our special guest and was always an attribute to the show. He really he brought Austin each and every week when they wasn't busy. He would chime in. He was a great American, a great patriot. And he loved his country. I can assure you of that. Donald Stevens, God bless you, sir.
You are missed.
You are so much missed. And so much missed that we got a little something here for you. Donald, you're surely missed, and Austin, you are surely missed here tonight, and we love you and your family, and you can reach out to us anytime and hit us up for anything that you need. We're all family here. We always call each other a brotherhood, and that's exactly what we are. But Donald Stevens, you're very sorely missed. Now, everyone's favorite segment that brings back a little history, brought to you by our great media partners, WEAG Eagle Country 106.3 FM, Chuck or Mary Kramer and Lynn Vellis, mine and Byron Bagwell's bosses now on Friday nights. Yep. Hey, since you are the new color commentator, Big Kevin House stepping down, you're the new color commentator. We're going to be calling action each and every Friday night. Can't wait for that to start. I know you can. I can see the light in your eyes. Yeah. And Mr. Michael Heater, who has been doing some commercials for us over there as well, using his voice and his talents. So, his boss as well. And, of course, the Bradford County Telegraph, John Miller, John Ryan Tillman, Mark Crawford, and, of course, Cliff Smelly. Here's What's the Dates. All righty here. So, of course, if you don't know what's the date, listen up, because I'm going to give you some headlines, and here we go. These are the headlines from the Bradford Telegraph during the last week of June. In what year? New River escapee captured. Look at here, Mike. Instead of 3, he's got 4, Byron. Yeah. Citizens still seeking answers. Equal opportunity. More dress code changes proposed by the school board. And Bradley Paint present $1.5 million towards the Fairgrounds project. Was that the last week of June of 2018, of 2019, or 2020? New River escapee captured. Citizens still seeking answers. Equal opportunity. More dress code changes proposed by the school board. Bradley Payne presents $1.5 million toward the Fairgrounds project. Was that the last week of June of 2018, last week of 2019, or 2020? We're going to give you a little reading here. I'll read the first one. Mike, you read the second one. Sure. Byron, you read the third one, and I'll read the last one. Bradford County deputies, correction officers, and other law enforcement agencies captured an escaped inmate after the man fled from a work crew at New River Correctional Institute.
Concerned citizens of Bradford County is continuing to press the school district for answers and action when it comes to diversifying its workforce and increasing black student enrollment in advanced academic programs.
The code for secondary students was revisited at this time. Board members once again found themselves defending sheer garments as an acceptable style and discussion of school uniforms.
Fair Manager Dale Woodruff accepted a ceremonial $1.5 million check from Senator Rob Bradley and Representative Bobby Payne as part of a grant that will help fund the construction of new barns, a new livestock arena, and a new building to replace both buildings 1 and 2. All right. New River escapee captured. Citizens still seeking answers. Equal opportunity. More dress code changes proposed by the school board. Bradley Payne present $1.5 million toward Bradford County Fairgrounds project. Was that June, the last week of June of 2018, 2019, or 2020? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in again to On the Spot with David Rodgers. Here's your chance to try to answer that question. Look, we don't have very many people in that hat this time because there was one time where we only had one person guess that correctly. So what you do is you try to guess what date that is. Right. If you are correct, you get your name put in to the big fire hat that Michael has, and you have a chance to win to a $25 gift certificate to the Downtown Grill. So we will do that drawing
next Tuesday
night, right after
Splash Bash.
Right after Splash Bash, right here. We're going to talk a little more about that as we go in the show.
There we go.
But we're going to draw a winner. We've had multiple winners. We've had winners that didn't win twice, but here and there. Yes, non-consecutive winners, if I can say. Yes. So, anyway, make sure you try to answer that question. I'm going to welcome in some people. Yes. Mr. Dwight Allen. Good evening, fellow Patriots. Good evening to you, Dwight. Brother. Sarge, Big Sarge. Yeah. Jason Bach from Lake City. Yeah, he's on. Roy Jackson. I had to send him a message, guys. He said Bradford was going to go 5-5. Oh, Roy, not even on the worst time. I don't think so. If you'd have said 7-3, I may have bought that. But 5-5, I'm not buying it. Too many skill players, and we'll talk about that later. Renee Stegall-Shaw, my old classmate from Pascagoula, Mississippi, she's on. Hey there, Sarge, how are you? Austin Stevens is on. Thank you, Austin. Hey, I think he likes the weather graphics, by the way.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So Wade Smith is on. I work with Wade. He's our safety officer over at New Millennium. Shirley Bagwell is on. Mom, hello.
Hey, Mom.
Hello.
By the way, Byron, can you grab that cake really quick while we have a moment?
What?
If we can undo it.
Yes.
While he's making the motion, let me start off by saying thank you.
Well, yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
This is a peach cake. Now, we dug into it a little bit, guys, but this cake was beautiful.
She's gonna tell you the name.
Okay, she's gonna tell me the name of it. Byron, will you hold that up?
Or just hand
Did you
it to
get a
me.
piece of it yet, by the way?
No, not yet.
No, you guys not yet? Okay.
She's gonna,
Oh, my goodness.
she's gonna kill me for keeping the
Brush
two.
out
That's
on
okay.
David's gloves.
Those, don't do that.
I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Do that, yes.
Tom Bailey from Alabama is watching.
you go.
Joe Clark is watching. Randy Brooks is watching. Hey, brother, I appreciate that. Thank you. Randy Scoggins is watching. Renee Shaw says amen. Denny Ray Randolph is on. Susan Cunningham is on. Yay, can't wait to get a haircut from Mr. Dave at Hairy Business.
There you go.
David.
Almost living the COVID hairstyle. He says, David, he hopes you're in tomorrow.
I will be in tomorrow, 9 to 5.
Yep, he will. And I guarantee you, if something happens, he will have somebody ready there to cut your hair. I can assure you of that. He will give you the best.
That's me.
Mitchell Gunner. That's you. Shirley Bagwell. Good evening, Mom. Dwight Allen says Jefferson. John Garner. I went to school with John Garner, too. A couple of people there from Mississippi. In South Mississippi today, we are voting in a Republican runoff election for 4th District Congressional Representative between incumbent Steve Palazzo and Jackson County Sheriff Mike Ezell, which I went to school with as well. So I know Mr. Mike Ezell.
There you go.
And let's see. And my prediction is that the winner will handily defeat the Democratic candidate in the upcoming general election. That was from Renee Stegall-Shaw talking about my hometown
More
of
than
Pascagoula
likely.
and Jackson County.
More than likely, whoever wins that
Yeah.
win the seat.
Yeah.
Promise.
All right, Mike Ezell. Let's see if you can pull one off, brother. Hopefully we can get an update, Mike. Maybe we can pull that thing up.
see what we can do.
And see if my buddy there won that. Billy Jackson's watching. Melba B. Johnson. Bobby Gibson, another one of my classmates. Brian, man, I just keep getting classmates all over the place.
And that really surprises me to hear that, because that just reinforces, because for the longest time I thought you had no class.
Oh! But I do have a couple of mates.
That's true.
All right,
Yes,
there
it's
we
true.
go.
There you go.
Oh,
We've had
Lord.
triple-digit heat all over the week. Yes, we have.
Yeah, we
Here
have.
too.
It has been.
Where's the hook?
Yeah, that heat. The good news is that heat dome finally started to
Yeah.
cool off a little bit, and now we've got some frontal boundaries moving in, so the cloud cover will cool us off, especially Pascagoula, that area there.
Yeah,
you got some
yeah.
thunderstorms that's going to be building in, so you guys are finally going to get a break from the heat.
Matt Peterson, yo. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, man. We'll talk a little bit more about sound as well tomorrow. We got a meeting tomorrow at
5:30.
5:30 at Fun
Fun
Point.
Point.
Yeah, they said they didn't need to go out to the thing, so okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Janet Roll's watching. All right, Sarge says, give me 2020.
Oh, okay.
He wants 2020, Sarge. You go ahead. Take what you need.
Good guess.
Yeah, 2020. Dwight Allen says 2019.
Good guess.
Susan Cunningham says 2020. Well, not expecting that, Austin Stevens said. Thank you. Austin,
welcome, buddy.
you're welcome, buddy. Hey,
Yes,
it's
sorry.
the least thing that we can do,
Absolutely.
and we are so very sorry that we could not make it to Brooklyn Boys this past Saturday. I told you our schedules run a little
Yeah, I
tight,
just couldn't do
but
it.
hey, our hearts are with you. We love you. There's no doubt about that. Dwight Allen says, nope, I changed my mind to 2020. Okay,
Good guess.
I guess. Roy Jackson says 2018.
Good guess.
Melissa Cribbs says 2020. Lynn Bergman is watching. Carol Wainwright says 2019. Phil Jackson's watching. That's Coach Phil Jackson, by the way, if y'all don't know.
Oh, of course it is.
Yes.
trying.
Yeah. Hey, coached the Bulls and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes
Jason.
from Bulls, the Lakers. Oh, sorry.
Hey, the Sarge said, that cake does look good. He wants me to bring him a piece tomorrow. I know Sarge wants me to bring him a piece tomorrow. If there's some left, I'll bring Sarge
Take him a piece of cake.
Yeah, I'll take him a
Yeah.
piece of that cake.
Yeah.
Mitchell Gunner, 2018. Roger Cruz says 2018. All right, if y'all want to know what that cake is, it's a Southern Peach Pound Cake. Help yourself.
I don't know if there's going to be any left.
I don't think that. Sarge may not get anything.
I don't think so.
Sarge may not get nothing. Shirley Bagwell says 2020, big guy. Hey, Roger, how are you, son? I hope you're doing well. I wish we could have brought you on, man. We thought we was going to have a full house, but Mahelia's not here.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm going to tell you something, though. It was good to see Roger, who tuned out for the Bradford Cowboy fundraiser we had at the
downtown square.
We had the Jambulance out there from Fantastic Fire Brigade to help them raise some money for the team and for St. Jude's Research Hospital. It was good to see Roger and the city manager and a few other folks that turned out as well. So it was a good afternoon.
It was a good morning. Yeah, it was a good day. Phil Jackson, the coach, said 2020. He's laughing. He said, yeah, lots of laugh on that one, David. Jason Vaughn, the Sarge, said, bring two. What, one for break and one for lunch? I guess that's what I'm sure that's what he's talking about. Hey, at his 8:30 break and at his noon lunch. Yeah, there you go. I got you.
Careful, he's going to want some on the way home.
Yeah, he is. All right, Byron, starting with you. Give me a guess on that. 2018, 2019, or 2020?
2020.
2020, he says. Brian, I know you're our special guest. You got a guess of any sort?
2019.
2019. Courtney, you got a guess? 2018, 2019, or 2020? 2019. Dave?
I'm going to go with the unusual.
Okay.
2018.
2018. All right. Michael? Can't do it?
Can't do it.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right.
See, I think Dave's got cake on the brain right now.
Yeah, Dave don't care about anything. He don't care if that answer is right or wrong.
No, this is Sarge's piece.
Looks more like a private to me, but that's beside the
It
point.
looks like a peach. That's exactly what you're getting, Sarge, tomorrow.
Let me save you a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's going to comment back on you, Dave.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's going to railroad you, Dave.
Yes, he is.
Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm going to say, just to be a little different, man, I'm going to say 2018. I'm just going to go 2018. Okay. Yeah, just to be a little different. All right, I guess everybody's in. That's just wrong, he said, Dave. He said, that is just wrong.
See what I have to deal with every night?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sergeant, you didn't specify.
He didn't. No. In defense of Dave, he didn't.
That's true.
Yeah. Jimmy Smith's watching, so.
That looked like a piece of cake my mother would cut for my father.
You're in trouble now. Donnie's got you, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I think that's all our guesses, brother. So I guess we'll get a little drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
Wait for it.
Should have listened to Mitchell Gunner.
Should have listened to Mitchell Gunner. Hey, and me too, and Dave, 2018.
2018.
How about that?
Exactly right.
I can't believe
how many
that.
people said that, man? Not too many. Well,
Two or three of them.
We had, hold on.
We had Melissa Cribbs. No, she didn't. Roy Jackson.
5.
Roger Cruz.
5.
Roger Cruz.
5 that are eligible.
Eligible.
5 that are
Mitchell.
eligible.
Yeah. By the way, I'll go ahead before we get on to the next segment, of course, our interview. Tomorrow night, don't forget, On the Spot Motorsports with David Rodgers will be hosting a very good guest. Mitchell Gunner will be the host of that show. I don't think his co-host will be there because she is going to be racing in Bristol.
Right.
This weekend.
Oh, that's
she's
right.
supposed to be,
that's right. She's in Bristol.
She's in Bristol. So she's going to be getting some great footage for that particular page. But make sure you tune in. What a great show that's become, guys, huh?
I'm telling you
Well,
what.
I'm going to tell you what. That's grown by leaps and bounds. On the Spot Motorsports with David Rodgers, Mitchell Gunner, host, doing a great job. I can see,
sir.
Michael, I've got to say this out in person. He looks like he's gotten more comfortable behind the screen.
And
I'm telling you.
Mitchell's watching. And I've said this before. If you tune into our show on a regular basis, I have said it.
Yep. Go ahead and
I
swallow
will.
your pride.
Yeah, if you'll go ahead and hand me a plate of crow, I'll go ahead.
He'll eat it.
I did not think this was a good idea, honestly. And Mitchell knew that. And David knew what my opinion was on. They both disagreed with me.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what. Mitchell has taken this show to a new level, and it's a fantastic show. If you are not watching On the Spot Motorsports, you need to, because it's not just about one little segment. He covers everything. I mean, he's big in NHRA, and that's fantastic because there's a lot of local interest in that. But seriously, if I want to see what's going on in the world of motorsports, Mitchell knows about it. And if I have a question, he's got an answer. It's not he's got to look it up. He has an answer. So
sometimes, and you're exactly right, Michael. Sometimes the answer's already there before you even want to ask him because he's already posted something.
That's exactly right.
You know, so it's not, like you said, it's not just NHRA, which he's big into. It's NASCAR. It's dirt track racing. It's Grand Prix racing. It's everything. He covers everything. He's got great guests. It's a diversity and a mix. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
And I want to tell and one more thing here, too. We are doing a classic car cruise-in as part of the Splash Bash. Mm-hmm. The awards that are being presented are sponsored by On the Spot Motorsports with David Rodgers and Mitchell Gunner. Mitchell, thank you. Everything that's happened in this event it's been hundreds of man hours that's been gone into it by my team, and Mitchell's a huge part of it. So, and of course, On the Spot will be there.
Absolutely,
and all of our
absolutely, and the different things.
But the cruise-in is a key component to that one. It would not happen without you, Mitchell. So thank you. I appreciate what you're doing to make Splash Bash a success.
So I want to turn this over real quick. I know that he probably doesn't want me to, but I'm going to anyway. Thank you for your time today. This was a little Saturday deal that he came up with. Yeah. Thoughts or ideas? Call 904-290-1010. And you're asking thoughts or ideas about what? He says your vote counts. That's Mr. Michael Heater. He is running for Stark City Commission District 1 right here. And I tell you right now, he would love to have your vote. He's got a lot of great ideas. Always use new blood, fresh ideas. If you're looking for somebody, there he is right there.
You know, I've spent nearly 40 years serving my community, and I've learned firsthand that we're not defined by the issues we face, but in how we work as a team to solve problems. People who run for office and truly care about the community, they don't run to make a paycheck. They run to make a difference.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Michael Heater running for City Commission, District 1, right, Mike?
Yes, District 1.
Where is District 1? Real quick before we bring our guest in.
Everywhere south of Alligator Creek. So the south side of Wilson Road in the city, stretching across Lower Street, headed out there towards Cherry Street, out where your parents live, and points south of like where Alligator Creek crosses over the city of Stark. That includes a lot of the business district, Deer Run, Southgate Drive, Larry Geiger Road. All that area is all part of District 1 like that one. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I've been posting some of the Michael walkabouts. I am walking the neighborhoods. Sunday, I spent the day at Whispering Oaks Apartments and doing some walk along Colley Road. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be hitting Geiger Road. We'll be hitting Deer Run. We'll be hitting Westgate. All the areas and neighborhoods like that one. If you have a question or something like that one, hit me up. And I want to make sure that I address concerns. I got cornered up today for a 20-minute conversation, which was kind of unexpected, but she was satisfied with what was going on. So I wanted to make sure that we address those concerns as well. So.
All right, very good. Mitchell Gunner says, Alachua County News, Ramey Eagle Glenn, Republican, was sworn in as commissioner this morning. She was appointed by Governor Ron DeSantis after the other commissioner resigned because she was living outside the district. Congratulations, Ms. Glenn, on that feat. All right, phone line is open now, 904-458-7588. If the line is busy, you can leave a message and we'll read your message on the air, and you can try to call back if you wish. I'm getting ready to bring in our special guest, Brian and Courtney. Come on over. You can join us right here at the podium right here. At the desk, podium. I like it. Conference room. Table. Yeah. Come on in. There we go. Trying to get us situated here. Brad Witt is watching, and so is Gail Allen, by the way, Mitchell. And there we go. As you see it right there coming across the screen. Great job, David, there. That is our girls' weightlifting team right there. Accomplished a big-time feat, winning district, regional, and the state championship right there. And two of those girls that we're going to be talking about. One is pictured right there, right in the middle, in the yellow shirt. Her name is Mahalia Reeves. And I'm trying to spot Courtney. Where's she at?
She's
Not in that one. She's not in that one, but we're going to bring up a picture. Courtney, I think she was in on the last one. Anyway, there we go.
I know she's in on that one
She's maybe.
That's the year before.
That's the year
That's the
before.
year before.
Yep, that's the year before. So, but anyway, want to welcome in Coach Brian Griffiths and Courtney Comer to the show. Guys, welcome in. I know that we talked a little bit briefly yesterday while y'all are here, and we think it's a great thing why you are here. Two of our very lovely young ladies is getting a chance to represent us at a world competition that's coming up in Istanbul, Turkey.
And represent the United States.
And
they're on the United
exactly.
States team.
So that is great as well. We have a call in.
All right, Austin Stevens.
Austin Stevens. Okay, bring him on. Austin, come on in, Austin. What's going on, big guy? How you doing?
I'm doing. It's been a difficult time, with everything going on in life, with Dad passing and all that. And I really do miss being in the studio. What's up to everyone? Been working behind the scenes, trying to get you all the weather, making sure Michael Heater's got his bases covered with the weather stuff, because I know he's running for District 1. And, I might be a little bit biased, but I hope you win, Michael. You'd be great for District 1.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you, Austin, for everything that you do. And, again, we want to apologize that we couldn't be there Saturday. I think, a lot of us was on a little time constraint there. But we hope you enjoyed the little collage that we put together there for you. Hopefully your family will be able to see it. And we meant what we said. We really miss you and your dad. And it's a great honor to have known him. That's for sure, buddy.
He's definitely, if anyone that on this page gets into spiritual activity, I definitely feel his presence. He's been trolling me ever since about Thursday with technical issues and the whole other 9 yards.
Okay.
But I really do appreciate it. Mom did see it. I did show it to her and stuff, because I tuned in right at the right moment again, and I was like, wow, I could not believe it. Thank you, Dave Holland, and not only Dave Holland, David Rodgers, Byron, and Michael Heater. I was going to be in the studio tonight, but, Mom was a little bit tired, and I had a few things, but, I hope to go into the studio before I go on vacation in July 12th.
Yeah, we'll be glad. Yeah, look forward to seeing you.
Really
Hopefully
do.
next Tuesday, right there after the 4th of July, you can come on for that show there, Austin. Just want to say we love you, buddy, and you just reach out to us if you need anything, big guy.
I will. Thank you.
All right. That's our very own Austin Stephen, and ladies and gentlemen, usually in the studio with us, but can't be tonight. But what a great young man. But anyway, I want to get back to what we were talking about. So, talk about these world championships. Explain a little bit, Brian, what goes on there and what's happening for these girls.
Well, 2 weeks ago we went to nationals, and you have to win nationals, but it ain't just winning nationals. You have to have the highest total in the United States to be able to be on team for the United States team.
Right.
Well, Courtney had the highest total. She actually broke the deadlift record for the world.
Really?
For her weight class. Mahalia, she's phenomenal too.
Oh, yeah.
She come in and she broke the bench press record, and then she broke the deadlift record, and then she broke the squat record. So she did all three kind of in a row, and I was really proud of her. Courtney's a couple of pounds off the bench record, but we should have got it this week.
Right.
But she went 9 for 9. The only girl on my team that went 9 for 9.
That's good.
She was awesome. I was so proud of her and Mahalia and Brianna. Brianna's going to Panama City, Panama.
Okay.
She's going there, so she's another girl that's raising money.
Right.
She couldn't be here tonight. She's at work. Mahalia isn't here tonight because she hurt her elbow, and she's at the emergency room getting it checked out. She wants to make sure there's nothing wrong with it where she can go to Worlds and getting it all checked out tonight.
Now, you were talking about Brianna. If it's Brianna Jordan, she could have been here tonight too with us. But so she's going to Panama. So what is she going to be doing, Brian?
She is representing the United States on the national level at Panama City, Panama.
Right.
And she actually would have qualified for Worlds, but she had a little hiccup on the squats because at this meet there's 3 judges judging you, and you have to wait till every one of them gives a hand signal before you're able to go.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was looking at the wrong judge. It basically comes down to the front judge. Well, she was looking at the side judge, and when he said go, she squatted. Well, she did that on the first one. I told her, I said, you got to look straight ahead. Well, on the second one, she looked at the one on the other side. I said, Bree, you got to look at the one up in front of you. She says, well, jump me 20 pounds. So I jumped her 20 pounds. It was my fault. It was my fault. I shouldn't have jumped her. But she says, you know I can squat it. Well, I knew she could, but she missed it halfway up. So it was a bad time, but she still qualified. She would have qualified for the world team if she'd have just got one squat. One squat. She beat everybody in the whole United States if she'd have just got one squat.
That's crazy how weightlifting goes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Courtney Coleman. Courtney, tell everybody just a little bit about yourself and how you got into weightlifting and why weightlifting is so very important to you.
Well, I got into weightlifting my 8th grade summer it was. I reached out to Brian on Instagram. I was like, I wanted to come work out. Came a Saturday evening, and we just came out there and worked out. Then he asked me about weightlifting. I was thinking about it, and then we talked about powerlifting. I did my first meet, and I won, and I started liking it, so just continued.
Is she a natural, Brian?
She is. She is a natural.
Yeah.
Some kids are just made for it, and she is one of them.
Yeah, and we could probably say about Mahalia as well, right?
Oh, Mahalia too.
Yeah, and Brianna probably as well. I know.
I was blessed on the team this year.
Yes.
We I've got Jessica. She is a natural athlete.
Yeah.
I've got Takira, Hannah.
Yeah.
All of these young ladies were just naturals. I come into a loaded team, and they just did some remarkable things this year. I was so proud of them. It was, first time we've ever won state as a team here in Bradford County, and I was so happy. And I've never seen such community support for a bunch of young ladies as this community has come together and give these girls and the recognition they've given them. And Mr. Hartley, all he's done for them, Sheriff Gordon Smith, and all he's done for them. And the way that they have really helped these girls out. Because, not saying this is a bad thing, but kind of the girls' sports kind of get kicked to the side.
It does.
People kind of forget about them. But the things these girls accomplished this year was unbelievable. We scored 39 points at state.
Yeah.
That's probably has never been done many times.
I've never heard that score.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
We scored 39.
Wow.
And I was really impressed. But all the glory goes to God because we couldn't have done it without that. Because everything I do, and everybody knows it, is Philippians 4:13. That's what these girls live by.
And that's exactly what I was just getting ready to say. I know you do a lot of things through God and the structure of God, and I know I see a lot of Philippians 4:13 when you post things. Question for you, Courtney. What's your favorite? What's your favorite to do? You like to bench?
Deadlift.
Huh?
I like to deadlift.
Deadlift, definitely. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah.
By the way, she deadlifted 409.5 pounds at this meet to break the world record.
Gee, my nitty. This is.
And she only weighs 152.
And I want to say, and I'm glad, Brian, I'm glad you said that.
That's a heck of a lot.
She weighs 152 pounds now.
Could you stand up?
Stand up,
Courtney. Stand up, Courtney. Let everybody see you. Let everybody see you. I mean, this is your. I don't want. When I say this, I don't. This is just your average young lady right here. I mean, you would not think this lady could pick up 409 pounds.
409 pounds.
You mean she can pick you up, right?
And you too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both of us like a sandwich.
The doc says you should be able to at least lift, your
Own body weight.
your body weight, but
Yeah.
not three
got-
times
yeah,
your body
three
weight.
times.
Yeah. What do you bench press? What's your bench press?
Right now, it would
About 260, 265.
260.
265. Brian puts that on the rack for me, buddy, and y'all are having to help me lift that up nowadays. There ain't no way.
At 21 or 22, I probably could.
Yeah, oh yeah, well of course, yeah,
Yeah.
when I was lifting regularly.
The bad thing about it, they're catching me. I'm getting old.
Yeah,
I'm getting old. I can't do it anymore.
I see some of those videos, and it's funny because it's like, what I like about it too, it's a camaraderie sport. You push each other to do what you need to do. But I can see a little competition there.
Oh, it is. It's there.
I'm sure at your house.
Especially with Mahalia. But her and Brianna, oh my gosh, they go at it every day.
It makes
Does
it fun.
Brianna, does Bree think she's stronger than you sometimes?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
But I like it that way. I like when they push
Oh,
each other.
yeah, you
it makes
did.
them work harder.
Oh,
Coach,
yeah.
it sounds like you have to kind of watch them that they don't hurt themselves.
Oh, watching them hurt themselves or hurt me. Mahalia got where she's just so strong that you got to be careful. Hey, girl, don't be grabbing hold of me now. You're going to be hurting me. I'm getting old.
Hey, bring up that picture, Dave, of Mahalia with that yellow shirt, with the one in the middle right there. So everybody that doesn't know Mahalia, beautiful person. First and foremost, you see that smile that she has?
Yeah.
That's always there. She's just an infectious person. She's always smiling. She's always rooting other teams on, other people on. And she's just that way, B. I don't know.
And listen, that's how I instill in all these girls. I said, it don't matter who we get going against. I want everybody to cheer for them. And I kind of left Gabby out, and now I see a couple of them are left out, but they are. This was an awesome team. I'm telling you. And
you got some returners coming back.
Oh,
too, by
yes,
the way.
sir.
So you're going to be loaded again.
We're going to be running for it again.
Yeah. Yes, you are. All right. So World Championships, Dave. You got a question?
Question to the coach.
Okay.
You're working your way toward Istanbul.
Yes, sir.
And when you guys compete, are you allowed to have a sponsorship logo on your shirt?
They can wear something on their T-shirt, but it can't be anything on what they lift in. But if they wear a T-shirt or a
take
jacket
the T-shirt
down there,
off when
right,
they go up to
right.
lift.
But they can have a sponsorship on it.
Okay. There you go. So something to think about. And speaking of that, I want to get into that a little bit. So Courtney, I know the main reason we're here today, and thank you for coming, by the way, both of you guys. I wish Mahalia was here as well.
Yeah.
But it is to, these things cost money, B.
Oh, yeah.
We have to, we have to get the money situated so these young ladies are able to go there. And the reason tonight is because we want to try to help you do that. And I know that it costs money to get there. And I'd like for you and the coach to explain what we're talking about, how much, and maybe give your PayPal out or whatever, or how they can get to it, both yours and Mahalia's. And by the way, Bree's, because she is going to Panama. Maybe you can do that, Coach, as well.
Well, it's in Istanbul, Turkey. It'll be August the 26th through September the 5th. Courtney competes on September the 2nd. Mahalia competes on September the 4th. But what the deal is, they have to pay for their plane flights, which we have to have that raised by Friday, this coming Friday, for their plane flights. Which is, they give us kind of a short notice on that.
Right.
But we've got a little time to earn the rest of the money. So it's going to cost them $2,100 a piece for the travel, membership fees, and everything you have to pay for. And what people don't understand, these girls go in, when we do a meet, if every girl gets drug tested.
Mm-hmm.
And for this meet, and for the last meet we did, WADA drug tests them. So WADA charges these girls because it's just the same one that does for the Olympic team.
Right.
Does the Olympic team.
Right.
So before they go, they have to get drug tested. When they get there, they get drug tested, and they charge the girls for the drug test. So they even have to pay for their own drug test going to the meet. And then when they get there, their rooms, they have to pay for their rooms to stay in. But SBD is really nice. They have sponsored us. They are giving the team uniforms and everything like that.
Right.
And but it's going to be $2,100 a piece, so it's going to be like $4,200 to send them there. We've already put a down payment on a plane flight, which was, my wife said she would donate $200 to them. So she put $100, what they had to have a piece down.
Right.
So
Nice.
my wife done that. And
Thank you, Tammy, for that.
but we're trying to raise the money by this Friday to pay for the plane flights, but then the rest we have a little time with.
Right.
So how much is a plane flight to Istanbul?
14.
It was $1,400
A person.
a person there.
Person. Yeah.
Yeah. Round trip, right?
Yeah, they're flying halfway around.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad price.
Eight hour, I think it's an 8 hour plane flight.
Yeah, eight and a half. I
Eight
think
and a half.
is what.
And
yeah.
then they're leaving. And here's the thing: they don't even tell you this when you're paying for it. We have to earn to get the money up to fly them to Chicago because they leave from Chicago, from O'Hare.
Right.
Oh,
So I have to. We have still got to earn money to fly them from Jacksonville to Chicago.
Check Gainesville.
Okay.
Sometimes you can get cheaper flights out of Gainesville than you can out of Jacksonville.
I'd rather carry them to Gainesville to leave out anyway,
Yeah, and that's
It's closer.
That's exactly
Yes.
right.
and easier to get to.
I don't
Right.
know. I don't know if they go to O'Hare in Chicago, but I do know a couple of people who travel all the time that fly to Gainesville all the time because it's cheaper.
Okay. All right.
Coach, do you have any information on the people that she's going to be competing against?
Yes, sir. I don't have the information per se on them, but what it is every country from around the world sends their best lifters to compete at this meet.
Yeah.
Right now, looking at her numbers and Mahalia's numbers against those other girls,
Right.
they stand a really, really good shot at winning this thing. At winning it and bringing it back to Bradford County. You know,
Bradford County.
how in the world a small county like this is doing all this?
I got
It puts
goosebumps.
chills all
Yeah,
over you, you know?
yeah.
And the thing about it, we could have had 3 lifters in it.
Yeah.
For but you are going to compete for Team USA to compete against the rest of the world in powerlifting. And that is quite an accomplishment.
Oh yeah.
Well, I could see everybody watching this show pull that out of their heart
Please.
to get you
Yes.
girls there.
They really need the help. They have worked really hard. Listen, they don't take days off. And I probably shouldn't tell
No.
I probably shouldn't tell this, but we work out 7 days a week. And then listen, and when we go to we have church.
That's right.
And what we do before church, we'll go work out.
Yeah.
And we all go to church together.
Right.
You know, because we're going to put God first in everything we do. And that's the way, that's the reason we're so blessed, and these girls are so blessed because of what God's done for them. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's all what God's done for all of us.
Yeah, I see Courtney sometimes at the store that I stop at all the time. Me and her stop at the same store. Hey, Courtney, where you going? Yeah, I'm going to work out. So I know where she said. I know where she's heading. But tell everybody, and again, as Dave said, please reach deep. And if you can spare it, they'll take whatever.
Yes,
They're just
please.
thankful for the donation, thankful for the help, and your PayPal. What is your GoFundMe? GoFundMe?
The GoFundMe is.
She's going to get that for you. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Michael.
Hey.
Wow. Manuel Asencio's on. He says, I would like to contribute. I would like to call in. Get him on the line.
Give him the number.
904 Manuel 458-7588. Wow. So we're waiting on Manuel to call in. If you don't know, I know you watch the show quite a bit.
Yes.
If you don't know Manuel, Manuel is actually a Republican candidate running against Kat Kamek. He is one of the guys that's running, and also Justin Waters as well. So
That's the
we've got 3 that are 2 that's running against her. So there's going to be 3 in that primary in August. So he is one of the candidates. But I just seen here. Is he on? All right. Manuel, good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
David, is this you?
It's me, brother. It's
Ken,
me.
You know, I was listening to the show.
Yes, sir.
I have to turn it off always when we're going to speak.
Yes, sir.
Let me turn off the voice. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, it's me, Brian, their coach. Courtney's here. Mahalia could not be here. Dave Holland's here. Byron and Michael Heater, of course, who just put you through to me.
Yes, I heard that Courtney got injured. I'm so sorry about that.
Mahalia did. But I think we're thinking she's okay, though.
Well, God bless you. I love the way you mention love and God so frequently in your speech about your successes.
Yes, sir. We put him first in each and everything we do. When we do everything, we're a family. That's what I tried to bring to Bradford when I come over here.
Yes. I'm reminded of the story of Abraham Lincoln. I'm sorry, about Benjamin Franklin when we were in trouble putting together the United States Constitution. He started a prayer session every morning saying that, I don't know what bird he mentioned, maybe someone there would have, without God, this bird, a sparrow would not fly. Do you know that story?
I do know that story, and so Brian is shaking his head. What was that bird that we're doing that with Benjamin Franklin? What type of bird was that?
Bird.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
When he did that,
it was a sparrow.
Sparrow. Oh, sparrow. Okay, I just couldn't think. Okay, yeah, sparrow.
I had to think for a second.
It was a sparrow.
And so we're prayer
So
sessions
anyway, this is taking a tremendous effort. I congratulate you for it. I hope you can win, and I hope you can raise the money to come back to Bradford. It'll be a glorious thing for Bradford. And I'd like to contribute $1,000 to your effort and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You don't understand what that means to us.
$1,000 pledge from Emmanuel.
Well, I greatly appreciate your graciousness, and I appreciate the dignity of your work and your seriousness and what you've accomplished. It's an extraordinary thing, and I wish you the best. And I hope you get what you want out of your. Bring these girls back here and bring this competition back to this district and this county would be a glorious thing.
Amen.
Manuel, I just want to clear up something, sir, just so I've got it right, because I'm going to put Brian in touch with you so y'all can work that out. Is that $1,000 for both of them, or is that $500 each, Manuel?
That would be $1,000 in total, and that's for Friday. Let's see how it goes. We'll stay in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so that's $1,000.
Right.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you, Manuel.
And I promise you that there's prayers on this. We've been praying and praying about it.
This is for the World Championship.
Yes, sir.
There's $1,000 pledge. And I just heard somebody else wants to contribute as well.
That's a good start.
So that's a good start.
Yes, that's a really good,
wow.
really good start.
You know, go on in your bedroom and grab that change jar and see how much change you got in there, folks.
Yeah, we'll take change too. We're not picky.
So that's a good start, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Real good start.
Really good start.
500 for you, 500 for her. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a great start right there. So,
well, last year we got the championship in weightlifting in the state.
In the state, right? Remember? We talked about that?
Yeah, we talked about them on. Did we have some of them on?
We're going for the world now.
Yeah, 2 girls are for sure. Yeah. No doubt about it. So, a world championship right here in Bradford County, I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll take it. And surrounding counties for sure. We got PayPal.
I don't have a PayPal, but the GoFundMe.
She give it to him and
okay.
the GoFundMe if you want to put it.
And I put the cash up.
Okay, so there it is, right there on the lower thirds, right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still on and watching the show, Cash App, Courtney. Marie Comer, and again, I'm pretty sure my head is probably set up the same way, right?
Sir. Yeah, you just look on Facebook; it'll be all over Facebook.
Hers is Big Roo 03.
Big Roo 03.
Big Roo. That's what we call her, Roo. We love Roo.
You have a Facebook page for the weightlifting team?
Yes, sir.
And that's where
it's Rayford Rec Shop.
There you go. It's Rayford Rec Shop. Mm-hmm. Look for that on Facebook. And you will find all of this information that we're giving you to where you can figure out where you need to donate the money to.
Hey, Mitchell Gunner has a great idea. Michael Heater. I know we got a lot of things going on, but could we? And I'll host it right there. If you want me to. How about we do a little 50-50 draw at the Splash Bash? Can we? Are you allowed? Something we got to talk about?
Let's discuss it at the planning meeting because again I want to make sure that we have opportunity. We are doing a fundraiser for the football team. I don't see why we couldn't.
Right, that's
So
right.
I think that would be. I think we could probably make that work.
Let's talk about that at the meeting
We'll talk
tomorrow.
about that at the meeting.
Okay.
I think we can make that happen.
All right, that'll work. So.
And a note on the football team.
Yeah.
We're going to be better than 5-5.
Oh, absolutely, brother. I'm glad you said that.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you.
I trained a running back from there. And
Mr. Manny Tubby?
Manny's going to put up
he's
some big
the
numbers.
man.
Get ready.
He's
Get
the
ready.
man. Hey, tell him, Coach. Tell him. I'm trying to tell these guys. Manny gets a little crease, man.
He's gone. They're not going to run him
They're
down.
not going to run him down.
It ain't happening.
That's legitimate speed. That's just legitimate speed.
Khalil?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Hey, Kurt, how you doing, buddy? We're just talking about the Worlds here. We just got a $1,000 pledge from Manuel Asensio, who's a candidate that's running against Kat Kamick. Just gave $1,000 to Brian and the girls here, so that's a great start. So I hope your vacation went well. I look forward to seeing you. We got a couple of things we need to discuss as well. And there's your buddy right there. So, hey, great start. Couldn't ask for anything better than that, brother, except
I want to come see
him. There you go. Go come see you.
I'll bring the girls too.
You got somebody else? So, Cash App. So, anyway, he wants to call in. Mitchell wants to call in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tommy, come on.
Yeah, come on, Mitchell. You know the number: 904-458-7588, brother. Call in. Hey, okay. I just want to say hey, and a big shout out to Brian and our championship girls. Absolutely, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I've never heard Brian. I mean, I've been around a while. I know all these guys have been around. I can't remember a time, even in my high school, where there was 2 state championships within a 3-week period.
I've
Have you
never
ever heard of that?
Never heard of it.
I understand you winning state, champion. Here we go. Hey, Mitchell, how you doing, brother?
Doing great. I tell you what, this is a great opportunity to put Bradford County on the map with these 2 young ladies. And I tell you what, just like every athlete, you have to work out seven days a week, no matter what you're doing, playing football, running track, baseball. You always have to keep yourself in shape. And I tell you what, it's a wonderful thing that is happening.
Yeah, it is, Mitchell, and you're exactly right. And Coach thanks you, and Courtney thanks you for those kind words, brother. And we're going to talk about. That's a great idea that you have. We're going to talk about that at the meeting tomorrow during the Splash Bash meeting, and see if we can do that. I know you just heard Manuel Asensio just gave $1,000 to this effort, Mitchell.
Yeah, that was a great contribution there by him.
Yep.
Really, I think it shocked us all. And I tell you what, Emmanuel, Bradford County really appreciates you doing that for these young ladies and trying to get them over to Turkey to compete.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And tomorrow night, buddy, you have a show coming on the Spot Motorsports with David Rodgers, and you have a guest tomorrow night. Who do you have real quick?
I actually have a really good friend of mine. We've known each other for quite a few years. His name is George Bryce. He was the owner of Star Racing, which was the NHRA Pro Stock Motorcycle team. Very famous guy, very smart. He's had a bunch of riders ride for him over the years. Very famous names, the late John Myers, Angel Sampé, which she actually won this past weekend on her Vance and Hines motorcycle up at Norwalk, Ohio. He's had Peggy Llewellyn ride with him. Of course, Steve Johnson, we've had him on the show, both with On the Spot with David Rodgers and On the Spot Motorsports with David Rodgers. We have had him on the show, and the list goes on. And he's got so many event wins and world championships that we're going to talk about. We're also going to reach back in history when motorcycles started becoming a little bit into the NHRA and the drag racing world, and that's when George was actually racing, and he ran a class called Funny Bike. So we're going to talk about, back back in the day as well, and how the sport has transitioned over the years, and the future of the sport as well. Years ago, 7 seconds was really fast for a motorcycle, 790s, 780s. Now we are running in the 670s at 200 miles an hour on these two-wheeled machines, and it's quite remarkable. And so we want everyone that's watching tonight to come over and watch the show tomorrow. And if you're not a follower, please follow us. We try to keep up with everything, like David said, NHRA, NASCAR, a little bit of Formula One in there. We're going to try to start getting a little bit on the local level at times. I'm going to try to reach out to Jason Garber. That's a local racer that runs on dirt, both in Lake City and also down in Putnam County Speedway. We're going to try to reach out and see if we can get him on the show one night and talk a little bit about running late models on the dirt track.
There you go, Mitchell. Hey, buddy. Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you calling in. And I will be talking with you here a little bit later on about the content of that show tomorrow night. As always, you're doing a great job and always bringing on great guests. And I'd love for you to be here in the studio tonight, but I know you're prepared for that show tomorrow. God bless you, man, and keep up the great work, brother.
Well, I appreciate it, David. It's in my wheelhouse. That's what I like to do, and I race as well. And, again, Coach, you're doing a wonderful job with these young ladies. I really appreciate your effort. And, the things that you do is not just there lifting weights. You're building character in these young ladies to become really good citizens after high school and after college. And I commend you on that.
Hey, Mitchell, before you go, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And I know the coach does as well. Hey, listen to this. Kurt Miracle's on vacation this week, but he's told me to let Brian and Courtney know that he's in for $750.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, brother.
That's $1,750 right here that we've raised right here. And
yes, sir.
All right, there's.
He found that penny.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Wow, that's awesome, Mitchell. Thank you for tuning in. And,
over halfway there.
Over halfway there. Yes, that's the great point.
Yeah.
Over halfway there.
Come on, we got some more to go.
We got some more to go. So I'm sure your PayPal or your whatever GoFundMe. I get those confused.
I do too.
I'm
a little old fashioned, I guess.
She's got Cash App.
Yes, yeah.
And a GoFundMe.
Well, it doesn't matter where it goes,
And a
does it?
GoFundMe page.
And a GoFundMe page.
I didn't know anything about Cash App until
me. Yeah,
I knew what PayPal.
Don't worry, my wife had to teach me.
I know what the PayPal deal is, and I know what the one that Messenger uses from Facebook, but I didn't know anything about Cash App. You said Cash App, I was like, that's what I'm using it.
No. They're going to my other account, and I'm like, no wonder Shelly gets that money. That's why I ain't got none of your money. So you see what's happened here?
He knows my lawn.
I've always lawn. So, I want that to go into the lawn account. And I'm like, why isn't this going into the lawn account, Brian and Courtney? And I'm like, okay. I started looking, and I'm like, yeah, I see why now. Yeah. Puts it in Shelly's account. Yeah, our joint account, and I'm like,
I'm trying to keep him out of trouble is what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Hey, guys, reach deep into your pockets, please.
Yes,
this is very, very important. Wouldn't you like to know the next time they're on this show or anywhere in town that those young ladies are wearing a nice world champion gold medal around their neck right here from Little Bradford County? Man, if that don't got chill bumps on you, man, and make you goosebumps, man, it just.
Can you imagine having 2 world champions in Bradford County?
Yeah.
World champions, not state champions.
No, world champions. And what can and Brianna can win a what? A national?
A national championship.
So 2 worlds and a national.
Yeah, 3 kids coming out of the same place.
You said Panama City, Panama, not Panama City, Florida.
Right.
You're talking about the Central American country.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And let's not forget about Brianna as well. So, if you want to help
she's got a GoFundMe up on Facebook too.
Okay.
Just for Brianna Jordan.
Yep. So let's not forget about her either. So definitely not. So there's $1,750 right there. What do you got, Byron?
Nothing yet.
Oh, nothing yet? Okay. So, all right. Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you.
Anything that we can do, of course, to help you out. Good luck to you. I'm sure I'll be seeing you. Yes, as a matter of fact, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna tell him now.
You need.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
So he does need to know. I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That he could. Yeah.
So, and I'll let him know that. So, Mahalia, you heard anything more on her?
I haven't heard anything. I
got
know
it?
that I'll hear something by the time I get home.
Okay. So let us know what's going on there. Again, I appreciate you guys coming on. I will give you, before you go, let me give you Manuel's information so you can figure out how he wants to do that and how y'all can do that. And of course, you know how. What the goal is $4,200, Kurt. We got $1,000 pledge from Manuel, and we got a $750 pledge from you. That's $1,750. Miss Tammy Griffiths. Miss Tammy Griffiths has already given $200 as well. So that makes it $1,950, right? Besides what's in any of your accounts right now, right?
Yes.
Right.
And they really need $2,800 by Friday.
Yes.
Because they can pay some of the rest of it later.
Yeah.
They've got to have the money for the plane
Tickets. Yes.
by Friday. So we've got $1,950.
Yes,
and
we
they
do.
need $2,800.
100.
So they're
about
literally $850 away
short.
from their goal.
So, Manuel, right?
Yep.
Could you explain to the viewers who he is?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I can, and I was just explaining a while ago. Manuel is running in Congressional District 3, which was what we're in. He is running as the Republican candidate against Kat Kamek, which is the incumbent right now. Also against Justin Waters. Both of those guys have been on our show. Manuel was the first to be on our show. Then Justin Waters also was on our show as well. Kat Kamek has not appeared yet, but she will appear at the Splash Bash, as we hear, so we'll probably get to hear her there. But those are your three Republican candidates for congressional
primary.
It's the primary. And
then whoever wins that will run against a Democrat. In the general
Well,
election.
maybe they can, kind of team up with each other and help us out and
there you
get
go.
it done. All three of them team up.
Kenny would be very interested in hearing
see which one of them would donate the most.
There you go.
Have a little competition.
Yeah.
Make it a little competition.
The problem is going to be getting a hold of Kat because I think she's in D.C. right now. That's the problem.
Well, is she at home yet? She may be on her way home because she's supposed to be at the Splash Bash this weekend.
Right.
So we'll see
maybe
what
you can
happens.
get with her.
Hopefully
We can get with her on that. Coach, anything else that is on your mind or anything that...
I'm looking forward to us getting another ring this year.
I
run another state championship. That way we can hang another one up on the side of the field
before
house.
you graduate, right?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, y'all, what they don't understand, she's already won 2. She's going for a 3rd one.
This young lady is only a junior in high school. She's a senior now because of course, moving up. But she's just now become a senior. She's been winning stuff since really the ninth grade. Yeah,
she played second in the state in the
ninth grade. So that is
that's
just
what made her
awesome.
want to work harder when she got beat.
Right. Mahalia's got 4. Mahalia's got 4, right?
Mahalia was the first girl to ever win 4 state championships in a row. First girl ever in history.
In history. Okay, so we got history there. So, wow.
Amazing.
And let's see. Brianna will be a junior, right?
Brianna will be a senior.
Okay.
And it'll be her second ring.
It'll be her second ring, too. Okay, so there you go. So, again, reach deep into your pockets. Hey, they don't care. Hey, they'll take, you just heard him say, they'll take change.
Yes, I don't care.
They don't care.
Hey, it all adds up.
Put 50 cents in, put $1 in, put $20 in, put 50 in, put 100 in. Hey, let's get these girls over there to Istanbul, Turkey. Let's let them bring back home a world championship, which I know these young ladies can. I already know this one here. I know this one's focused, ready to go. And I know Mahalia is too.
Mahalia's ready.
And Brianna is too. But you can just see in her face, she's really calm. She doesn't. Nothing really bothers you, does it?
She acts like she's shy, but this really ain't her.
Oh, I know it isn't.
No,
I know it isn't. Yeah, I know it isn't. But even at a meet, I mean, she's just so. I've seen her. She's just so like nothing really bothers her.
No, and I like that.
I mean, you know, so I know you get mad if you miss a lift or something. I get that. But I mean, when you go up there, you just like your face right now, just like nothing. And I guess maybe that was one of the questions. Does the big time bother you really?
No, to me it's really like we all say, it's a business trip.
When done.
See, that's why I don't understand. You know, she's like the bright light. Mahalia either. I don't think.
No, they don't bother either one of them.
No. Brianna getting better with that a little bit.
Yes, and this me here, you could tell the bright lights kind of.
yeah.
Same way it did at State. The bright lights kind of. Right. But all it is, she's got to get the nerves out of her system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and think that it's nothing but her and that lift. and sit there and look out there, and it's just her and the lift she's about to do.
That's exactly right.
That's it.
Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on. Make sure you get a piece of cake before you go.
I know Courtney will eat a piece.
Courtney will eat a piece. Get Mahalia a piece.
Okay.
Yeah, take Mahalia home a piece of cake. I got to have one for Sarge, too. Okay, what you got, Dave?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Getting ready.
You're getting ready. He's getting ready. There we go. My instructions. Hey, guys, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank y'all. We appreciate everything that y'all do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Courtney, for coming on. God bless you. Hey, we'll be right back after this commercial break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a great interview, Mike, we just had. I know you was in the background looking at some things for us and doing some things. Hey, this is just a great opportunity for three young ladies, two that's going to compete in the world, one that's going to compete in the national. Get out of Bradford County, get out of the United States, and go visit somewhere. Istanbul, Turkey, and Panama City, Panama, my birthplace. Hey, I tell you what, man, she can't be nothing better than that.
There's nothing wrong with Panama.
And let me tell you something, Brianna Jordan's going to go peacock bass fishing, I'm already telling you.
Well, I hope she gets a chance to.
Anyway.
They see that they're crazy with that because they don't fish for bass year round. And
No, they don't.
only fish in the springtime for it. And I'm sitting there telling this guy, here's how you catch these fish like this. And he was looking at me like I was nuts. And I'm sitting here going, that's not thick grass. You want to see thick grass, come to Okeechobee, Florida, or come to Orange Lake, and I will show you thick stuff that we actually fish through. There's ways to do it.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Well, I tell you what, guys, it's been a great show so far. Byron, we're sitting at 8:27. Byron hadn't had a chance to really get on a couple of things. Byron, let me give you about 10 minutes or so.
That is absolutely wonderful, David.
I know what you want to talk about, so go ahead.
Don't let the cat out of the bag, please.
Okay, I won't.
The way I'm going to do this is going to shock everybody. I have a question for everyone, including everybody that's here tonight with us.
Okay. All right.
What is the United States of America?
What is the United States?
What is the United States of America?
The freest nation in the world today?
Yes, but that's not what I'm asking.
Okay.
What is the United States of America?
The United States of America is a unification of 50 independent state-led governments that are elected by their constituents in each state, who then send representatives to come together to serve the greater good for each one of those 50 individual states.
Very good definition.
What is a state?
In my case, it's confusion.
No. I mean, what? If you talk about Florida, what is Florida? You call it a state, but what really is it?
A state is a part.
If it was in the European Union, what would it be?
It would be another country inside the European Union.
Another nation.
Another nation, yeah. So it's a state within the bigger picture, as Mike said.
The United States is
It is a collection of nations that have come together that we call states. And what they've done is they did something called federalize. You can read about it in the Federalist Papers. What we forget as citizens of this great nation is the reason we're citizens of this great nation. Are you a citizen of anything else besides the United States?
No.
Dave? Anything else other than the United States?
I guess I could be because my mother's half Panamanian, but I know what you're saying, but no.
I'd like to say I'm a citizen of God.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, and you're all incorrect because you are citizens of the state of Florida. That makes you a citizen of the United States of America. Okay. We forget that our founding, when our founders founded us, that what they did was they took a collection of individual countries, which they call states, and they put us into what they called a confederacy, which is a form of government. It has nothing to do with the Confederate States, southern states during the Civil War, nothing else. A confederacy is a form of government. They had so many problems with it because of different currencies, disputes between the states, keeping the states secure, that they had to do something. So what they did was they talked about federalizing. And then they put together our Constitution and gave everybody our rights. And guess what else? They defined the rights of the states. I wanted to talk about this a little bit because nobody seems to understand anymore. We are citizens of the United States, but what makes us citizens of the United States is because we are citizens of the state we live in. See, you call yourself an American, but really what you are Georgians, and Floridians, and Texans. That makes you a part of the United States. This is going to lead into something else, and nobody is going to guess this from this conversation that I just did and the actual amendment I am fixing to read to you. Because this is one of the most misunderstood, little known amendments to the Constitution. And that Constitution reads, "The power not delegated in the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited to it by the states, are reserved to the states respectively or the people." And what that means is really simple. If it is not in the Constitution of the United States, and it is not in the actual amendments to the Constitution, it is not a right that is given to us by, well, it's not a right to begin with, it's given to us by anybody, but it is not up to the federal government, the government of the United States, to dictate that. It is up to the states and the people of those states. That being said, this is going to throw people for a loop because nobody is talking about this. The mainstream media is most certainly not talking about this because they're dumber than a box of rocks, or they're particularly just doing this so people don't understand it. Roe versus Wade was the biggest garbage decision other than the income tax that I have ever heard of in my life. The federal government has no business telling any citizen what they can or cannot do with their body at all. Find abortion in the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, please. Please tell me where it says in the Constitution that you can have an abortion. And it's a right.
He's right.
Find it. And then tell me how the Founding Fathers with the 10th Amendment didn't just tell you that the federal government has no business in abortion at all. Now, part of my passion is because I find it morally repugnant. That is not even what this case was about to me, about the Supreme Court just handed down. The federal government has not the right or the power to do that. The only people that have the right to grant that to its citizens are the state governments and the people of the states. Clearly defined. But once again, we play with our Constitution and we let these politicians play with it. And then we let them make us believe that that's a right. That's not a right. Killing something that is unborn is not a right. You can call it whatever you want to call it. It is not a right. It's not enumerated in the Constitution of the United States. It's not enumerated in the Bill of Rights. The federal government has no business in it. That's just like the income tax. They have no business taxing individual citizens. Show me where it says in the Constitution they can do that. And people can play little games with it, saying this, that, and the other, but it's not there. They have misused our people to empower themselves so much that if one of the founding fathers was alive right now, he would not even recognize his own country. And it sickens me to know that. I sat back, and when I thought about Roe versus Wade, I thought, thank you, God. You know why I said thank you, God? Not because it's going to save millions of kids' lives, but it puts our Constitution further back to this country back to its constitutional moorings. It has to get back to it. It has to. We have to reinstate the fact that a senator is not elected. They are actually put into office by the governors and the actual government of the states. They are state representatives. They are not representatives of the people directly. They are representatives of the states.
That is correct.
When some of this starts happening, and I hope this opens a floodgate, when some of this starts happening, we are going to see a complete and utter change in the way this country works. And those of you who watch the show and think I'm a Bible-thumping moron for not wanting women to get abortions, that is completely up to you. I may find it morally repugnant. It is your body. It is your choice to do the wrong thing. I may not agree with it, and I'm going to tell you I don't agree with it, but that is your choice. Just like it's your choice. If you live in the state of Florida and you don't like what Florida's done, pack your crap up and leave. Go somewhere else where they'll allow you to do whatever you want to do with abortions. That's part of being a citizen of this country. And the states you're in, they don't stop you from doing that. You're free to go do it. Freedom, the word, contribute. You have the freedom to go do it. I don't want to hear you fuss about it. I don't want to see your posters and signs. I don't want to hear about your riots. I don't want to hear about anything. Pack your crap up and go somewhere where they let you do it. Because you have the freedom to do it. And you don't need to enforce your will on any of us who don't believe in that mess or the states that represent us, because we vote for what they do, and the people in that office, those offices in those states, that stop that type of mess. Go somewhere else. Period. I'm not being ugly to you. I'm not telling you to leave the United States. I'm just telling you to go somewhere that better suits you and your attitude.
Yeah, and
Simple as that.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Byron, there. I mean, you know, you were talking about how you was going to bring that across, and thank God I didn't let the cat out of the bag before you said that.
Look, I mean, everybody wants to talk about, oh, my body, my right, my body, my right. Yeah, it's just your body. You do whatever you want to with it. I personally think there ought to be a law stating that birth, a person is a person at conception, which they can prove scientifically now. And if you do that, and there's not a really good reason for you doing that, you should be held accountable for murder.
If you're going,
that's my personal belief in that.
Okay. So, well, if that's the case, then I think that the federal government and the state governments have already pretty much established that, because the homicide investigation of a pregnant woman results in a double homicide case against the defendant.
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If a state decides that that's not the case and they want to be ignorant and stupid, that's their own job.
All right, Byron, I want to give a question. David, I'm wondering if this is the same question. You know, we were just talking about that and what Michael just said, and I agree with everything there. Now, what happens in a case where there's incestual rape? Rape that has occurred in the streets of our country. Those two particularly stand out to me. I know it's a very small percentage. I get it. It's probably, less than 1%? I mean, it's some kind of minute thing. But are you telling me that some lady, against her will, has to keep that child?
No, I'm not telling you have to keep that child at all. There should be some leeway. That's what I was. But I can tell you the honest truth. If you really look at what we confess to be, you don't take life like that, and that is murder.
And I agree.
And there is something called adoption.
Yeah, there are a number of states. There are a number of states that have specified in the thing that says that a pregnancy as a result of rape, incest, or other things like that one is legal grounds for there to be this. That the doctors, the medical staff would not be held criminally liable, negligent for that sort of thing.
Or the person.
Correct. But that is, again, as a very small thing. But again, it falls on the state to make that decision, not the federal government.
Right.
Well, you are a woman and you have a body. But if you get pregnant, that baby is not your body. That's his own body.
No, it's not.
It's an individual body. And if you eliminate that, you're like murdering somebody else.
Okay, look, that is there are all sort of ways you can make the case for exactly what Dave Holland just said. He is absolutely right.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that are willing to do that sort of thing. And I don't want anything to do with you if you're doing that sort of thing, number one. Number two, you still have the ability to do it in some states whenever you want to, however you want to, in whatever way you want to. Go. Just go. Go where you want to. Mm-hmm. You're a free person. If you feel that the laws in Florida or the laws in Georgia or the laws in Texas or the laws in California or the laws in New York, wherever you are not the set of laws you want to live under anymore because of the way they do abortions, move.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people are looking at me, well, what about the poor people that can't do that? Well, that's not my fault. They're not making everything out of their God-given talents. And that's another thing that we have to learn in this world. Not everybody is going to do what they need to do to make themselves a life.
Right.
I can't control that.
No.
David can't control that. They put themselves in that situation, for the most part.
I couldn't imagine what a woman would go through if she was raped and then become pregnant. And then she don't want to go through the 9 months of giving birth to that child. And then after that, adopt it out. Somebody's out there going to love that child.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Somebody out there is going to love that child.
That's right.
Yeah. It's just,
and
but here's my thing.
Want to know whether that child was born.
Let me play devil's advocate a minute. Let me play devil's advocate a minute, David. I agree with what you said. Let me play devil's advocate. Look, a woman, and golly, man, it happens all the time. It's happening right now somewhere in this great country that we live in.
Sure.
So now, this girl, lady, whatever, gets pregnant by a rape. Mm-hmm. So for 9 months, I'm throwing something to you here, a devil's advocate. So for 9 months, first of all, this lady's already went through a bad ordeal.
Sure.
She has got this constant in her mind. Let's say they don't catch this guy. Okay, let's just say they don't catch him. He's still out there wandering around. Now, this guy, rapist, whatever, has impregnated this woman, this lady. So for 9 months, she's got to carry that child and live with the thought of being raped. And they haven't caught this guy. I'm just using that. They haven't caught this guy. Guy may come back. Who the heck knows? You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's the other side of that as well. That she's not going to be. It's not going to be a normal pregnancy, is what I'm saying.
And you know, if she sitting there and she's like, "Oh, I've been raped and I don't know what I'm going to do," and she's got all these questions of about how she's going to handle everything.
Correct.
Was she even thinking about the child in her belly, what it's going to think, or you know, it had no choice. It just accident.
Or how about throw all that in one? She is thinking about the baby. She is thinking about the whole thing. Man, that is tough. Man.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That is tough.
Okay, now.
But let me finish one more thing.
Sure.
With all that said, the state, the government doesn't have any right to tell that woman what to do with her situation.
Sure, the states do. The federal government doesn't, but the states do.
Well, and here's the thing about it.
I disagree with the state too.
Well, but here's the thing about it. There is every state has, and again, that's the best part about this one is because people will say, and this is what I've been trying to push this in my campaign. People look at federal level decisions. They go, well, that doesn't affect me. I mean, I have no choice. I mean, I'm just one thing. But in the state level, people feel more empowered because they feel like they're speaking to someone who's going to serve them directly. If people recognize that they can actually have a voice and a choice and a vote and help in the decision-making process, then they can. That's what guides the state level legislation. And because most states have it in the legislation that says, in episodes of rape, incest, violence,
it is there.
or severe medical trauma that's a threat to the life of the infant or the mother.
Yes.
The mother.
That's another situation where I agree.
And the states have that. Every state has that in writing. What they're trying to do is they're trying to really kind of reinforce the fact that they don't want to proceed with certain states don't want to proceed with late-term abortions. Other states may choose to do so. And as Byron has said, that's where the point comes in. If you don't like the decisions in your state, no one is going to stop you at a checkpoint crossing the state line. Not like they do going to another country.
No.
This gives you the opportunity to truly let your voice be heard. And if you don't like something that's being done in your state, you can either A, move, as he says, or B, be a catalyst for change. Be a voice. Get your vote on, get your chance to be able to do that, and that would solicitate being able to do that sort of thing if you so choose to.
I want to throw something else in there. You hit something right on the head, so did Byron, about people feel more empowered in their state.
Correct.
Why do you think that people? We got a presidency coming up, right? Again, where we're going to vote for president 2 years. Why do you think everybody's like, I don't want Ron DeSantis to run for president? Why? Because he's doing a good job in the state that you live in, which is the state of Florida, and people know that. And I think that's where Michael was going with that.
Yeah. So for example, here's the thing about it. Okay, and I'll throw this out to be like that one. If you say I want to choose the president of the United States, and then you turn on the local media. Hold on, hear me out.
Yes.
And you see that ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, CNN, XYZ, whoever it is like that, and they're interviewing the man on the street or the woman on the street in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York City, Washington, D.C., then you feel kind of minimalized because you're like, well, I'm just down here in Florida. No one's going to care about that one. But if you wanted to have a conversation about what's going on in Tallahassee, and all of a sudden now they're talking to people in Jacksonville, Gainesville, Orlando, Tampa, Stark, now all of a sudden they're like, hey, you know what? My vote does make a difference. And by reinforcing the fact that it's the states that have the power. They're supposed to have the power, and that the federal government is in place to support the states in the decision and legislative process, then the citizens of this state and this nation suddenly can really feel empowered to make the changes and the decisions that make this country great.
And not only that, if we do what we should do constitutionally, it gives the states, in other words, your voice, even more power.
Correct.
Because you're putting the people in the state government that will elect people to represent you as senators.
Correct.
Yes.
You don't have to deal with Chuck Schumer, who's been there for 400 years,
Jesus.
or that idiot fool from Kentucky that the Republicans keep on representing as minority leader. Mm-hmm. You don't have to deal with any of that. Mm-hmm. Because if you go tell your governor that you don't want them there anymore with a loud enough voice, which is going to take less of a loud voice than it would to get the federal government to do something, guess what?
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pull that senator out,
Mm-hmm.
and you won't have to worry about it. They talked about the reason that they wrote the amendment to the Constitution to stop that and let us vote for senators, which is ridiculous because a senator is literally a state representative, not a representative of the people.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, Byron, Dave. Y'all, you own your own business, Dave. I understand that. Byron, you work for somebody. You work for somebody. If you're not doing a good job and you're not continuously doing a good job, what are they going to do?
They're going to fire you.
They're going to fire you. They're going to fire you too, Mike, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And this is where Byron, I agree with what Byron said. I think senators and representatives should be even held at a higher standard than we are.
Guaranteed.
And if you're not doing your job, somebody should be able to go in there and say, you're fired.
You cannot do that with congressmen because they're elected by the people.
Right.
But the senators
senators
should never have been touched because what it does is it takes away the purpose of a republic.
Yes.
Because those representatives are supposed to be representative of our state government.
Correct. That's why there's only two, not a handful of representatives, because it's based on the population.
Yeah, well, it's based on the population with the Congress people too, but they're split up into districts.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is that you have a certain number of state senators because they're supposed to be the voice of the state government at the federal level.
At the federal level, they're supposed to represent the states. They don't anymore.
Guys, this has been a great show, man. I know it's getting a little bit late here, and I know we want to start winding it down. Byron, can we table this conversation over next Tuesday?
Yes, we can, because I have so much more to
I
say
do,
about
I do
this.
too, and I wanted to
really
talk about something else too, and I'm going to piggyback off of Byron next week, and that's our candidates that are running for office, whether it's local, whether it's at the state level, whether it's at the national level. I want to talk a little bit about that and about how we go about handling those particular candidates. I think some people misconstrue sometimes. Our regular listeners don't, but some people that come on misconstrue what our show does. And I want to set that record clear.
Let's set it clear right now.
Do you want to? No, I want to table it over.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I want to table it over just to get people to think about it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, let's table that over till next Tuesday because we could get into a big, long conversation about that. So, real quick, Mike, real quick on the weather. Give us a little bit of a weather update. And let's hit this
real quick here. Let's talk some weather first here. Then let's start with, I don't know, what do you think? We're talking about some
rain.
It may rain, but it's going to rain more in Central America over the next 3 to 4 days. Potential tropical cyclone number 2 will become a Category 1 hurricane, I truly think, by the time it makes landfall in Central America over the next 3 to 4 days. It's going to skirt along the South American coastline, as you can see on the graphic, and it's going to eventually make its way to Central America. I do think it's going to reach 75 miles per hour. I think it will be a Cat 1 hurricane, the first one of the season. It will not last long. The mountains are going to tear it apart. There's no concern of us there. The Orange X there in the Gulf of Mexico, it's going to drift west over Texas, Houston, Galveston, Hoyer area there. You're going to see some rain out of that one. No harm, no foul. We're moving on with that one. Pollen numbers, those are the ones I'm a little bit wanting to talk about here as well. Tomorrow's going to be a great day on the pollen counts. Numbers go up a little bit on Thursday, but it's going to drop off again. Again, grass being the big deal on this one. Oak, pine, the rest of your trees, not so much of an issue here. So unless you're cutting grass like the show pony here, you should not have too much of an issue with pollen. Hopefully that'll make everybody feel a little bit better. Again, regional forecast, the frontal boundary stretching from Pascagoula diagonally to the northeast, headed towards Charlotte. It's going to bring a chance of rain across the entire region. State of Florida, not so much. Looking at dry conditions, partly cloudy skies. An isolated shower may pop up anywhere around the state of Florida during the afternoon. High is going to be in the upper 80s to low 90s, depending on where you are. Locally for us for the next 3 days, tomorrow, pretty much a carbon copy of today. You look for partly cloudy skies. High is going to be around 92 degrees. Chance of rain popping back into the forecast on Thursday, more so on Friday with scattered showers and thunderstorms making their way in. A little bit cooler on Friday. Lows are going to be in the lower 70s. Again, variable cloudy skies. Keep your eyes to the skies. Popcorn type thunderstorms where they would just pop up quickly can drop a lot of rain in a short amount of time. Heat index, not as bad as it was last week here. Hot spot for us, Tampa is going to be at 97 degrees, as is Mobile, Alabama. The hot, of course, out west, Las Vegas and those areas towards Phoenix at 99 degrees. But the heat index, but not nearly as bad as it was. We're actually going to start feeling a little bit more seasonal temperatures, and the feeling heat index is going to be dropping off as it is. The big concern for us, of course, with the afternoon showers is going to be the return of the mosquitoes. Make sure you plan accordingly for that. That is your latest weather forecast. Real quick, let's talk about Splash Bash.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you. I myself have put in a lot of time, and
Yes.
I have a great team that has worked really hard on this. Mitchell Gunter has done a tremendous work. David Rodgers putting together the stuff on making the stuff happen like that. My logistics crew, thank you. My entertainment crew, thank you. The folks handling the food, the accountability, everything that's happened here. We are confident that we're going to put together the best show for the 4th of July that the city of Stark has seen in almost 20 years. I'm nervous about the weather. We'll see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic. But we keep adding more stuff to it. We just got off the phone this evening that the Stark Police Department is going to be doing 4 K9 demonstrations for the citizens to come out and see your police officers in action as they take down bad guys. We're going to have some great concert performances, including this guy right here, Byron Bagwells, who's going to be leading off the concert at 7:45, followed by Jalen Jackson, who's going to be singing, and then Leanne Purvis from Jacksonville coming in to sing, and then the national anthem. That's going to be preceded by a special recognition of our active military and our veterans by recognizing each branch of the military service. Leanne will then sing the national anthem, and then the fireworks going off here. If you really want to see something impressive, though, and I'm not blowing sunshine up his skirt, even though he does wear a decent-looking skirt, Byron is going to be reciting the 4th verse of the Star-Spangled Banner in a dramatic reading as the color guard takes the stage. It's going to be something very powerful. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be the culmination of hundreds of hours of work. We want you guys to come out, enjoy Splash Bash 2022, David Hurst Stadium, Bradford High School. Starts at 4 p.m. with our golf cart parade. We have over 50 entries so far. It's going to be led by Sheriff Smith. The mayor is going to be in it from the city of Stark, Janice Mortimer, and Kat Kamek will be joining us as well. Entertainment for the kids, prizes, giveaways, great
all
food,
kinds of stuff.
concerts, cornhole tournaments, really cool looking fire trucks, and a whole bunch more. We encourage everyone to come out Sunday night, July 3rd. David Hurst Stadium, not Ben Hill. That's David Hurst Stadium here in Stark the night before. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has stepped up and helped you guys.
Absolutely.
The entire On the Spot team, everyone has been doing a great job with everything. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
And you know what's so great about this, guys? It's free!
It is free.
It's free, man! It don't cost you a thing!
For the rest of you, it's free. Some of us are paying a lot of money out of pocket,
yeah,
but for everybody
you,
else,
it's free.
It's free.
Dave, where can you go for free?
This Saturday night.
That's right.
About 7 o'clock.
Yes.
We're going to break the norm from this COVID 3-year event.
Okay.
At our new studios, 1605 North Temple.
North Temple.
We're going to have a band come in, and at 7 o'clock p.m., Cruise Control's the name of the band.
Yep.
And we're going to have a little bit of food, and we're just letting everybody know that it's an open door event, BYOB. Come on in and have a good fellowship of life.
There you go.
Just
with
hang out.
music, food, and meet some new people.
Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with 1605 North Temple Avenue,
And it's free.
That's the Old Times Union building. It's located just south of the Aaron's building across from the Charlie Johns Conference Center. So, again, looks great. Dave bought the building. That's going to become the new home of the Fantastic Fire Brigade, as well as On the Spot Productions. So, yes, it's going to be a really, really good time Saturday night. I encourage everyone to come out and have a good time with us.
And again, David's free, man. All kinds of stuff free this weekend. Just really quick, our viewers are so very important. I'm going to just read the comments. Just something for you to table over, okay, B?
Sure.
How about, okay, no. This one here, Donna Souls, Richard Stockham, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Kevin Howe joined us, Chuck Wilson, Todd Jordan, Brianna's dad joined us as well.
Yes.
Eddie Sigmund, Todd Gainey Mitchell said, we need 100 people to donate $10. That will equal to $1,000.
Yeah.
A little can go a long way. Great idea.
For that.
And thank you for the donations, by the way, to these two people, Kurt Miracle and Manuel Asensio.
Yes.
Matthew Thomas is watching. Mitchell says, where the people are the government. Shirley says, I thought I answered the question before. I am watching your answer, Dad.
No, she got that all messed up.
She got that all messed up. Yeah.
What
I
she's
knew she
talking
did.
about is that Dad and I had a conversation about what I was going to do tonight on the show.
So, states to make their laws along with federal laws. Mitchell, okay. True Byron, he said. Everything was said. The good thing about the reversal of the law, taxpayers' money stops going to Planned Parenthood. We'll table that. Shirley says, try California, Oregon, or Washington State.
There you go, Mom.
It's about if the government rules, then we must fund
Or
this
they can
ruling.
just swim to Hawaii.
Okay, there you go. Alaska, too, I think. It's about if the government rules, then we must fund this ruling. If no ruling, then no funding. I'll let you table that over.
Just marinate
on that one. My concern would be if my unborn child was going to be without major organs or significantly deformed. I think we hit all that.
Yeah, all the states.
There's exceptions.
Exceptions.
Yes.
Kurt Miracle, good evening, sir. We'll be looking forward to seeing you real soon, and I know we're going to see you on Sunday.
I hope so.
I hope so. And then Michael Box is watching. So, guys, it's been a really great show. Glad that we can help out these three young ladies. At least two of them for sure. Worlds. That'd be nice if they come back. Look at Dave. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you're halfway there. On behalf of the Iron Bag Club. Good night, man with the plan and the new color commentator for the Crappy Tornadoes. Mr. Dave Holland, our producer back there. Senior producer, the only producer, Senior Dave Holland. Senior Dave. Senior Dave.
He's Senior Dave now.
Senior Dave. Yeah, Senior. He's in charge. Along with our director, Michael Heater, who you just heard, and been with us all night. And don't forget, tomorrow night, On the Spot, Motorsports with David Rodgers, Mitchell Gunner. Hey, his show, his baby tomorrow. God bless you guys. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, Splash Bash.